Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal.
Hey, check that. Ready?
Hand off now to Judkins. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down. Offensive line fast.
Stop short of the goal line. A gain of 8 brings up second and goal.
Go.
Gets it again. And he punches this one in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns push their lead further to start the half. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Let's get this point.
Extra point attempt coming up. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. A give to Mitchell, running left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Looking for his back, but he will not find it. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kit, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they pick him off again. And the Browns have it, forcing his fourth INT of the day.
This is such the back-and-forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go.
On the give, here's Judkins. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go now. Stretch the eagle. Hurt. Right there. Ready.
Here's Judkins on second down. And he's going to win the 1 yard on that drive up the gut. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Third and just 2 to go.
Ready. 19 Tiger.
Throwing now on third and 2. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they push their lead to 23.
Ravens
You always
7.
feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. One play in blocking this drive is already in enemy territory.
A gain of 19.
First down throw for Jackson.
And the Ravens first
The
down.
left side caught by Andrews. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. We've got first down here from the 36.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
Lamar now from the gun. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Jackson now on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
Turned it.
They're going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They tried up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Come on. Bronco switch. Bronco Cowboy 80. Check. Hurt. Ready.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
70.
Play action, Sanders. Cut by the open man. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So first down from the 41.
Ready.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch, so it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. 70 Rangers. Viking 18. Go.
Throwing again here, Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete from the contact.
Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Sanders now on third down. Buys time, rolling right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
18, Rattler. Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. 18, Pioneer. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll go. It's Sanders. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time. The big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has him right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Ravens football, and they're going to look for points here, no doubt, but might be too little too late for them in this lopsided contest. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Play action, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two. You know, I don't fault that look at all, take downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Set it. Ready.
the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready,
Toss play here, John Pitts. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Check go.
Quick throw outside, and they might throw this again. And they're going to deny the trick play. The defense staying alert there, breaking up the 2nd throw. Could not beat the defender there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
Come on, come on. Ready?
Sanders going to throw on 4. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Come on, come on. All right, hey.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And the defender comes away with it. And the Browns will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the jump.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go. Warriors 70, 60 Vikings, 18 Pioneer.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Trying to get it to Harold Fanning Jr. with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
60 Eagles, 60.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. That's completed right side. Into the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch. It really makes the magic happen.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard
The
line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defender arrives right as the ball does throws, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far. Desperation time here. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it deep downfield. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
They go play fake with Jackson. Hits him on the out route. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of them knocking the ball loose.
And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens cut into the lead by another point.
44. Ravens 14.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns close to picking up their 5th win. First and 10 from the 43.
Ready! Ready!
Judkins running between the tackles. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Ready,
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down run from Judkins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
At the 33-yard line.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
ready, ready!
They'll throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Man, forget that was 4th down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. And that gets him a 1st down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get it! 18, Pioneer! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle! Dragon 60! 19 tight, 19 tight! Trap 60, trap 60!
They're going to pass it here. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown! The Browns are running them out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Pass it near the 5. And he's into the end zone, and that shows what kind of game they've been having. Even that works for them, and it adds an extra 2 to their lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On return, here comes Davis. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Knocked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, which brings up 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Connects on the crosser. And they drop him with a big hit, but it's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving 2. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st down throw for Jackson. Right back to Flowers they go. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could have looked at the field out. Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up.
Here he goes, one final shot. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. So the Browns come away with the win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.